Thank you, gentlemen. Today, the French Revolution. Before we begin, I have some confessions to make. I do not like the French. Bad experiences. I traveled there. They don't speak English in France. Why? Everyone else speaks English when I go to their countries. Why can't the French just learn English? I found out later, some of them even knew English but didn't choose to speak it because they were annoyed with me because I can't speak French. Well, everyone should speak English. That's what I say. But I know I sound terrible. There's my bias. I can still teach the French Revolution. So here we go. Turns out that in Europe, people were not happy. The kings had stolen their money, forced them to fight in wars they didn't care about, and they were cold. Really, really cold. The winter of 1788-89, coldest winter of the 1700s. You can say a lot of naughty things about France, but do not insult a baguette. And baguettes went out of control in price. And as that happened, the French people also went out of control, and that was the beginning of the French Revolution, the bread riots. Their king, King Louis XVI, not much to talk about. Indecisive, kind of focused on partying, not good at politics, had a beautiful wife, not a good king. And so when faced with bread riots, he chose to do nothing. In fact, he did the worst thing any person can ever do when faced with complete chaos, and that's go to the people. Never go to the people. Make a decision. He didn't. He went to the people and he called the Estates General. The Estates General, the three estates, the clergy, the nobility, and the peasants. All three get one vote. The nobility and the clergy always win. The peasants always lose. It's a rule in Europe. The peasants are angry. They decide to leave the General Assembly, and they make a national assembly of their own, where they decide, in a tennis court no less. It wasn't actually a tennis court, it's a handball court, but they called it tennis court in history books. I don't know. They swear to make a constitution, and they make one. Yay! And that's step one of the French Revolution, the constitutional monarchy. Ah. Sadly, the constitutional monarchy doesn't go very well. The peasants aren't good at ruling, the people are still hungry, they're still agitated, and that brings us to stage two. Now, there is a man who knows how to get things done in France, and his name is Maximilian. Of course it is. All powerful men are known as Maximilian. Maximilian Robespierre said to himself, I can get things done. Here's what we need to do. The people who are causing the trouble, let's kill them. Kill them all. Anyone have a fast machine for killing people? Clean, efficient, kind of reasonable because we just finished the Enlightenment? No. But a man named Guillotine invented the guillotine. It was highly efficient, it was very humane. Everyone felt good about killing everyone else. It was very, very, very. The Reign of Terror really begins with the killing of the king, of Louis XVI, when they cut off his head, and then they kill the queen, and it ends when Robespierre himself goes to the guillotine and gets his head cut off. Not a whole lot of excellent politicking goes on during this time period. It's mostly an elimination of the nobility and the clergy who didn't run away. And then it backfires and they kill the Committee of 12, including Robespierre. No one really makes the cut. I do want to throw in one crazy story because I love this woman, Charlotte Corday. Little peasant girl outside of Paris, doesn't understand the goings-on of the big city, but she does know that one crazy man named Marat is encouraging people to kill each other. She will not stand for that. She's a good kid. She comes into Paris, she asks where Marat lives, she goes to his house, she walks into his house and says, Hi Marat, what's up? How's it going? Why are you laying in the bathtub covered in oatmeal? That's weird, dude. You're a bad man. I'm going to kill you. Oh, kill him, stab him dead. Yes. When evil is confronted, life is better. Now, Charlotte Corday did get guillotined as a result of her actions, so be careful before you go start killing people who you think are evil. But this guy was bad news, and she killed him, and points for that. Points awarded. Let's give her an A. Yay, Charlotte. The third stage of the French Revolution is known as the Directory, and it's an attempt by the monarchists to retake power, bring back the idea of the nobility, stability. It's kind of looking back to the old days, hoping that things will improve. They don't, of course. There aren't many nobility left, and the Directory doesn't have much control over the people. In fact, the people vote them out. and they refuse to acknowledge the vote. They hire Napoleon. Yes, Napoleon. Napoleon comes in and says, you know what y'all need? Y'all need someone who can make decisions. So he did. He decided to get some cannons. He got some cannons, he pointed them down the street at the peasants, he blew the peasants up, and that was the end of the French Revolution and the beginning of Napoleon. I do thank you for coming today.